Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shalom. Hi everyone, I am Rabbi Julia Weiss, and this is Rabbi Paul Kipnis, or Harry Potter, and this is Ron, or Cantor Doug Kotler. We welcome you to our Hogwarts Magic Shabbat, where there will be some magic and fun singing and praying and stories we will tell together. Welcome also to Back to Shul Shabbat. We are starting, if you have yet to register for one of our amazing learning programs, this should put this in the back of your head that our learning programs are coming up in just a couple weeks. And so we're excited to start school and getting us mentally ready for Rosh Hashanah. Pretty bird. First, I just want a couple of thank yous for this Shabbat. First, I want to thank Jennifer Quick, who's our youth program manager. If you'll just raise her hand. Jennifer helped put this together. Jen put this together, and you'll see a lot of her this year. She does everything at the temple related to youth. So thank you for being my partner in crime in putting this Shabbat on. To Cantor Doug for grabbing some of the props that we have up here. For Hannah and the Spratt family, and Rachel Paul for giving us some other props, and also building and creating these incredible oneg treats that we are going to have after services. So thank you to all of you for putting that together. And Aviva for doing our dry ice and all of our decorations. And Alana Nemetov, who is our new rabbinic intern, and she also helped put together tonight as well. So Shabbat Shalom to everyone. We are going to start with some magic. It's the magic of Shabbat. In order to do so, though, we must begin celebrating Shabbat by what's the first thing we do when we celebrate Shabbat? I'll give you a hint. It's right over here. We light the candles. So we are all going to help light the candles, but first I need some help, Jen. I actually need you. If we have any staff or faculty here tonight, if you will come up and help, you're going to help light the candles, but really it's going to be our magic that's going to help light it. So if you are faculty or staff teachers, I see Miss Patty and Miss Jody. Thank you for being here. It's Wizard Wolfson. It's true. Okay, so in order to create the Shabbat light, I need your help. Just like Harry Potter uses his wand to invoke spells, if you don't have a wand, I want you to pretend you have one. So can everyone grab their imaginary wand in their hand? Or magic fingers. Love that, Eden. Magic fingers. Hermione is true, and I'm Hermione, so magic fingers, wand, whatever you'd like, to put a spell on the candles. So does anyone know what the word is that Harry Potter uses to light his wand? Lumos. Well, we are at temple, so we're not going to use Greek. We're going to use Hebrew. So you're going to repeat after me. Shabbat. Shalom.
Shalom.
Let there be light. Vayehi. Or. Look what we did with our wands. Page 2 if you'd like to read the prayer along with us. La 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 Turn to page 28 and rise for Baruch. you would like to help lead Roll Into Dark, if you are a kid that knows Roll Into Dark, or if you don't and you want to come lead and find out how to do it, you're more than welcome to come up on the bima. Just be careful of the candles. Page 35 for listen.
If you're lost, you feel afraid, and you don't know what to say, then listen to your wand. Let me see all the wands and all the fingers. Is there a question on your mind? Is the answer hard to find? Then listen to your wand. Listen with all your heart and soul, and with all your might. Write them and learn them and teach them well, every morning and night. Close your eyes and listen. Quiet yourself, there's nothing to say. Just stop all the chatter that gets in the way, and listen to your wand. When the wind and the thunder finally disappear, there's still a voice that you will hear if you listen to your wand. You can hear it from the top of the highest hill, from the valley below. It can come from the edge of the universe. It can come from within your soul. Close your eyes and listen.
Please rise for Shema.
our God. Listen, listen to our God.
Please be seated. Let's turn to page 36, and in the middle of the page we'll read the English to the Wehrhafte together. In the middle of page 36 we're using the black numbers, not the blue ones. Together, you shall love Adonai your God with all your heart, with all your soul, and with all your might. Take to heart these instructions with which I charge you this day. Impress them upon your children. Recite them when you stay at home and when you are away, when you lie down and when you get up. Bind them as a sign on your hand, and let them serve as a symbol on your forehead. Inscribe them on the doorposts of your house and on your gates. That you shall remember to observe all my commandments and be holy to your God. I am Adonai your God, who brought you out of the land of Egypt to be your God. I am Adonai your God. Ani Adonai Elohechem. Emet.
Page 40, Mi Chamocha.
La 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 la.
Page 44, Vishamru.
ושמרו בני ישראל השבת לעשות את השבת לדורותם לברית עולם. בני ובין בני ישראל אותי לעולם אותי לעולם ושמרו ישראל את השבת לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. כי ששת ימים עשה אדוני את השמיים ואת הארץ, ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. וביום השביעי שבת וינפש, שבת וינפש, שבת וינפש, ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם.
During the Amidah, the next series of prayers, the Avot and Gevurot, it's a central part of our prayer service. We recall our ancestors, our mothers and fathers in the Bible. We bring up their memories, Abraham and Isaac, Jacob, Sarah, Rebecca, Leah, and Rachel, the fathers and mothers of our people. We ask God to remember us and to care for us just as God helped and supported each of the mothers and fathers on their journeys. Each of them had a unique story and personality that is part of our story as well. Thinking about our Hogwarts Shabbat, I wonder what houses the Sorting Hat would have put our mothers and fathers in if they had come to Hogwarts. Each house also has a set of qualities associated with it, and each student aspires to live out those positive traits. Tonight, we ask to be like our Gryffindor ancestor, Abraham, who had the strength and bravery to leave his homeland and listen to God's voice. May we be like our Hufflepuff mother, Sarah, whose patience and loyalty to God paid off. After years of waiting, she had a child when nobody thought she ever would. We hope we can be as wise and creative as our mother from Ravenclaw, Rebecca, who felt her twin boys wrestling, made a brilliant plan, and found a way to make her favorite younger son the father of a great nation. And may we also find the cunning and resourcefulness of our Slytherin, Father Jacob, who was clever enough to fight his destiny and make his own way in the world to begin the 12 tribes of Israel. No matter what house you're in, remember that the founders of Hogwarts came together to form the greatest magical school of all time. We are stronger as a community when we remember our past, stay true to ourselves, and continue to work together. We stand up together, page 48 for Avot.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu, Elohei Avotenu ve'imotenu, Elohei Abraham, Elohei Yitzchak, Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, Elohei Leah, Ha'el Hagadol, Ha'gibor ve'hanora, El Elyon, Gomel Chasadim Tovim, וקונה הכל, וזוכר חסי אבות ואימהות, ומביא גאולה לבני בניהם, למען שמו באהבה, מלך עוזר ומושיע ומגן. ברוך אתה אדוני, מגן אברהם, בעזרת שרה.
Rabbi Dumbledore said, "Power was my weakness and my temptation. It is a curious thing, Harry, but perhaps those who are best suited to power are those who have never sought it. Those who, like you, have leadership thrust upon them and take up the mantle because they must, and find to their own surprise that they wear it well." We pray the Gevurot prayer, a prayer about strength and power of God, and think about our own strength. How are we all leaders? Page 50.
אתה גיבור לעולם אדוני, מחיי הכל אתה רב להושיע, מכלכל חיים בחסד, מחיי הכל ברחמים רבים, סומך נופלים ורופא חולים, ומתיר אסורים, ומקיים אמונתו לשני עפר. מי כמוך בעל גבורות ומידו מלך, מלך ממית ומחיה ומצמיח ישועה. ונאמנת להחיות הכל, ברוך אתה אדוני מחיי הכל.
We now take a couple of moments for silent prayer. So thinking about things in your heart, or if you'd like to read the words on the pages through page 60, and when you're finished, you may be seated.
Albus Dumbledore said, "We cannot choose our fate." Albus Dumbledore said, "We cannot choose our fate. We can choose others. Be careful in knowing that." He knew that there are so many people in our lives that we can choose to care about. He also knew that sometimes those people suffer. They suffer from illness of mind, body, or spirit. Tonight we ask for healing for them and for the people we're thinking about with Misha Berach, with the indented words on page 253. As my hand goes around the room, please share the names of people you're thinking of in need of healing, as well as your relationship to them, and then we will join in Misha Berach together. We join in Misha Berach together on the indented words on page 253.
I'd now like to invite up one of the coolest big kids I know, magician Josh, who's going to come up and show us a magic trick.
Hello, everyone. For this trick, I'm actually going to need a volunteer, so I'm going to need someone with pretty big pockets. So Rabbi Paul, would you mind joining me on stage? Give him a round of applause, everyone. So glad to have a volunteer, very willing volunteer. So who here has heard of pickpocketing? You should be nervous. No, I'm just joking. Basically, pickpocketing is taking someone out of something's pocket without them ever realizing it. So I see you reaching for the wallet there to keep it safe. Yeah, it's all good. It's all good. But what I have here, this is actually a fake wallet. This is called a blind wallet that people will keep in their back pocket as a fake so that people will steal the fake one instead of the real one. So what I'd like you to do for me is go ahead and take this and just place it into your back pocket for me. There you go. All right, great. So now what I'm going to attempt to do is, without you even noticing, I will steal the wallet from your back pocket. No noticing at all. Might get awkward. Pretend we're on the subway or something, just, you know, casually sitting next to each other. I bet you can't even tell. Can't even tell. And here it is. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. That's my show.
Wait,
No, that wasn't very good. So you can be honest. Did you notice me take the wallet out of your back pocket?
A little bit.
A little bit. A little
a lot
bit.
of it.
Okay. Well.
Come over here.
Okay.
Or a lot of it.
A lot of it. Exactly.
A lot of it.
Well, what the really good pickpockets will do is, instead of taking out the entire wallet, they'll take out just the cash from inside of said wallet. Now, I'm going to try and do that, but ever since I was young, I've always liked to try and do regular things, like pickpocketing, apparently, in a magical way. So, we'll give that a shot. On the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Oh, there goes $1. But as you can see, ladies and gentlemen, we have 1, 2, 3, and $4 here. But this obviously begs the question: if I have the money, where's the wallet?
No. Really?
Really? I can check. The wallet, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much to Rabbi Paul for your help. I'm Josh Carlin. Thank you all so much. Have a wonderful Shabbat.
So, I have to tell you, I have my special book. Would everybody close your eyes? Okay. Yes. We all have that problem every so often. Good, that's better. So, I have my book, my special book, and in it are very ancient stories and teachings. And I'm going to open it up. And one more time. Voila. There we go. Oh, beautiful. So, did you know that long, long time ago, before I went to rabbinical schools to study to be a rabbi, I went to Hogwarts School of Witchcraft and Wizardry? It was so true. Abracadabra, stay up. It worked. I don't need it. I'm good. Well, that was 37 years ago, and I was 12 years old. Thank you very much. Not quite. I'm 54, but I thought, thank you. Oh, now it works. Stay. It worked. I thought my parents wanted to get rid of me, but I found out that I had magic inside of me. And here's how I found out. I arrived at Hogwarts on a sunny Thursday afternoon. I was really, really nervous. I was away from home for the first time. After being assigned by the Sorting Hat to Gryffindor,
That's the weirdest.
I was finding my way across the...
Can we see you run like that? Run over this way again. Yeah, that's okay, run back. That's very good. That's okay.
I was actually floating, but you couldn't tell.
Yeah.
So I made my way through to meet my bunkmates. I had to find the correct staircase, which you know takes a long, long time. It took me about 2 hours. But I made it there, and I found my bunkmates, George Longbottom, Irving Weasley, and Lucius Potter. Yep, the grandparents of Neville Longbottom, Ron Weasley, and Harry Potter. Best friends of mine. Well, we took a little time walking around the school gardens, and we bumped into a really large fellow named Rubeus Hagrid. Is that you? Could be. You're a bush. That's what I thought. Okay. How you do? He told us to keep our wits together because strange things happen at Hogwarts. Well, I thanked him and continued to walk.
Fly. Continue to fly. Float. Okay, very good.
We walked along and I saw a girl who was struggling with a big, strongest sunflower I've ever seen. The girl was losing and we were afraid she was going to get really hurt. George, Irving, Lucius, and I tried to pry the sunflower loose, but it didn't work. Just when all seemed lost, I knew what to do. I told all my friends to raise up their wands. Go ahead if you have a wand, and if not, a finger. The correct one, not that one. And say we wanted the flower to lay off her, so we said, repeat after me, lay off of her. Disconnect us.
Disconnect us.
And lo and behold, I turned over the page. And there it was.
The rest of the story.
The rest of the story. The sunflower loosened and the girl got away. That's when I learned why I was in Hogwarts. Because I was not, like many of you, a muggle. I was a wizard in training. I know you're not a muggle, but there are other muggles here. So I was going along and I met my friend, Hillary Granger, grandmother of, darn right, a Jewish girl, by the way. And we headed over to Gryffindor, where we were called by an ancient-looking wizard to his office. His name was Headmaster Albus Dumbledore. And he offered each of us a jelly bean. I, of course, got belly button lint. Ugh. Who wrote this? We went into the precious hall, and Professor Dumbledore said, I have a very special box for you. He said, I want you to guard this with all your life. I want you to make sure that you protect it from the forces of darkness. Will do everything they can to try to take it away from you. Give me some music that's like spooky. We headed down the hallway. An adventure began immediately. There we saw Professor Snape, the potions professor and head of which house? Of course, and he asked where we were going. When we explained, he said it would be best if we gave him the magic box. When we explained that Professor Dumbledore said no, we ran because we were afraid, and he hurled the magic potion at us. But Hillary turned and lifted up her wand, everybody, and did the wandy thing, and went zit. And not that one, but one like it. And lo and behold, he turned into a monkey. We gave him a banana and went on. we kept walking, and then we got to a hallway where Dorian Malfoy, yep, the grandfather of Draco, resident of the House of, yes, and all around creepy guy, seeing the container. He said to us, "Why are you switching it into the other hand?" And I said, "Because it's really heavy." And he said, "Give me the container. This container was rightfully mine. It was in the family for centuries upon centuries. It was passed down," here's the Hebrew part, "lidor vador," from generation to generation. Notice how I put those Hebrew values in, no one even knew. It was so smooth. And so, politely refusing, he unleashed a small, ugly, and somewhat off-putting troll. What does a troll sound like? Who threatened to eat us if we didn't give him the container. We don't know how he did it, but Irving Weasley pulled out a pair of maracas. Who's got maracas? Give me a little cucaracha or something. Because everybody knows that trolls don't like maracas. So we shook him until he ran away, knocking over Dorian on his way out of the building, and we continued. We walked through the grand hall, but straight in front of us, filling the entire room, was a, I don't know how to pronounce this word. It's the big snake called a yeah, I knew that, basilisk. Now remember, it is a giant snake that can attack you with just a look from its horrible, what color? Yellow eyes. That would be me. I don't know, some say green, some say yellow. You say tomato, I say tomato. You say Rashi, I say Nachmanides. And so there it is, and we thought, this is where it's over. And then everybody looked, and there we heard the crow of a griffin puff, which is like a, who said it? The crow of a rooster, which scared the bejeebies out of him. That's the best I could get. And the crow of the rooster sounded like, and it paralyzed the basilisk. And that's what happened. And just then we entered the great hall for dinner. And before we ate, Professor Dumbledore asked for his precious container. And we put it down, praising God because it was heavy as anything. And he thanked us for it. And he opened it out. And out of it he took 2 candlesticks and a great cup of wine or grape juice. And a big, beautiful, delicious challah. Because with the candles and the Kiddush cup and the challah, he could make the magic of Shabbat, bringing together everybody in a joyous and beautiful time. And so we were so happy, and we looked at each other and we raised up our wands, recognizing that it was time to create the magic of Shabbat here, and we circled it 3 times around the candles, not getting our robe burned. And then we pointed and circled around the Kiddush cup. Because we're pretending there's a challah up here, we pointed to our belly where the challah would go and circled around. We lifted it back up. We pointed it to the Torah. We pointed it at Rabbi Julia. We pointed at the wonderful new hairdo of Cantor Doug Kotler.
Styling.
We pointed at Rabbi Paul. We pointed at ourselves and our families and the whole congregation, and we said, Yehi, Shabbat.
Shabbat.
Let it be, Shabbat. Wada. And it was. Shabbat Shalom.
Bim bam bim 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 bam bim 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 bam bim bam bim 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 bam bim 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 bam. Shabbat shalom, Shabbat shalom, Shabbat, 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 Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat, 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 Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat, 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 Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat, 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 Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat, 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 Shabbat Shalom.
For curious minds, we only have 3 more short things we're doing, and then we're going to break for Oneg. Okay? I'd like to invite up Jennifer quick for a couple of announcements.
Is it Jennifer for quick announcements or
Quick
Jennifer
announcements.
quick for announcements?
Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom.
I'm so glad to see all of you. It's been a long summer without you. Welcome back. We've got a ton of stuff going on. If you are in 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th grade, raise your hand. 30 seconds. Amazing. 9th through 12th grade, we're going bowling next Friday.
Kaboom! Strike one.
7th through 8th grade, we're going bowling the following weekend, September 23rd. And wait, 4th through 6th grade, we're going bowling.
Whoa, strike three!
So, I hope to see all of you at bowling. Please sign up, orame.org. First day of Kesher is a youth Sukkot extravaganza. Parents are welcomed and encouraged. We will have learning opportunities with Rabbi Julia and me, learning opportunities with Rabbi Paul. You'll get a chance to meet all of the faculty, the Madrahim. It's going to be a really, really fun day in De Anza Park. So please grab one of these when you are leaving as well. We have September 28th. We have Sukkot Under the Stars at the Feingold home. It's going to be really great. We are going to be doing a social action project. We're going to be eating pizza and salad together and celebrating Sukkot. So please join us for that. And then September 30th, we are rolling out our brand new family learning program, Menchify. Woohoo! It's going to be so great. I can't wait to see all of you there. If you are interested and signed up for Kesher and you still want to do this, please come hang out and check it out. And we've got our hold this month, so there's a million other things happening. Grab one of these too as you leave. And thank you guys, and Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat, 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 Shabbat.
So all of these flyers you'll find in outside. We'll pass them out, and you should be getting your Orami e-newsletters, and they list all the events, so do sign up. But I got to tell you something really great. I woke up on Friday morning or Thursday morning, and I started to read my Jewish journal, the Los Angeles Jewish News. And I was flipping through things about Israel, things about Rosh Hashanah, things a little Torah, little Tashlich. And then I read on the community page, it says, Grammy winners high holiday set list. And it's an article that starts out, during high holiday services 15 years ago, Congregation or Amis cantor Doug Kotler. And with a picture, it goes through the creative ways that Cantor Doug makes high holiday services musically incredible. There's copies of it out there. You can get it online on the Jewish Journal. But I was so proud of our cantor. Let's give him a round of applause. Styling. And by the way, he's wearing that wig on Yom Kippur this week.
I will not be wearing this wig on Yom Kippur. I'm actually going to Yom Kippur to say I'm sorry that I'm wearing the wig tonight.
So, I want to remind everybody
But I am styling.
You are styling. That Rosh Hashanah is this Sunday night and Monday. You going? I'll be there too. Sunday night and Monday. Now, Sunday night, there's adult services. It's focused for like 5th grade and up. Younger can come, but parents, you got to watch them. They can't be running around. You need tickets to get in there at the Thousand Oaks Civic Arts Plaza. On Monday, We have adult services or for 5th grade and up at, or 6th grade and up at 10 o'clock. But there's also a youth program for all sorts of ages. And our teens and under the direction of our teachers and Rabbi Julia and Jen Quick are going to be doing some great things. So there's programs for those. You should sign up for those. If you haven't already, I guess it's too late to sign up because it's probably closed. So you'll come. Show up and sign up. And then the family service is at 2:15. What time? On Rosh Hashanah. On Yom Kippur, it's a different time. But the services on Rosh Hashanah for family are over there at the Thousand Oaks Civic Arts Plaza. And then at 4:30, what time? 4:30. We're going to Paradise Cove for Tashlich at the beach. Take breadcrumbs, throw it in the water, say, just as the water takes away the breadcrumbs, so may God help me cast off, send away my sins, my mistakes, the times that I messed up. It's a great service. It's like a clean version of Woodstock meets Rosh Hashanah meets Malibu Beach Party, but all clean. It's going to be great. We hope you'll join us for that. Let me invite everybody to turn to page 294. Okay, so here's a time that we quiet down. Shh. Because there are parts in our service that we want to remember. Today, at this time of the service, we get to the Kaddish. It's a prayer that lets us remember those who have died this year and in years before, who we take into our hearts as our own. Their love can still warm us. The memory of them can still inspire us. So some of you here are remembering your loved ones at this time of Kaddish. This prayer is reserved for our loved ones who are human beings. There are other prayers for our pets and animals, but not Kaddish isn't the appropriate time. Some of us are remembering our loved ones at this time. As I bring my hand around the room, may I mention their names in relationship to you aloud. This evening we remember.
My uncle Eddie Kaplan.
May the memories be for blessing. As we turn to page 294, we rise together and say Kaddish, as we say. Yitgadal v'yitgadash shemei Rabbah be'alma divarach erutei v'yamichma chutei b'chayechon v'yamechon v'chayei d'chol beit Yisrael ba'agalau v'zman kariv v'imru amen. Yehei shmei Rabbah mevarach le'olam u'lolmei almaya yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitba'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh v'yithadar v'yit'aleh v'yitalal shmei d'krisha brichu Leila min kol berchata v'shirata, tushbachata v'nechamata, damiran be'alma v'imru amen. Yehei shlomo rabba min shemaya, v'chayim aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. Oseh shalom b'imrumav, huya aseh shalom, aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. And so we take our prayer books, close them, put them on our chairs behind us. We invite any of the young ones, the kids who want to help us lead Hashkivenu, come up on the thing.
Well, I'm back in the temple again. Shofar blows, the year's at an end. When Rosh Hashanah's here, I know my course is clear. I'm back in the temple again. Sermons roll by one. I fast till Yom Kippur is done. I only do this once. Thank God it'll be 11 months till I'm back in the temple again. Tiki-yaka-dole, davening to and fro. I'm back in the temple again. Kol nidrei, it's time for us to pray. I'm back in the temple again. Yes, we're back. in the temple again.
We put our arms around each other if you're comfortable doing so. If you need space, you don't have to, but we'll close with Hashkivenu.
Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu l'shalom,
Shalom.
l'shalom,
V'ha'amidenu shomrenu.
v'ha'amidein shomreinu
V'chaim.
l'chaim,
Ufros aleinu.
ufros aleinu, sukat shlomecha, ufros aleinu, sukat shlomecha.
Shelter us beneath thy wings.
Shelter us beneath thy wings,
O Adonai.
O Adonai.
Guard us from all harmful things.
Guard us from all harmful things.
O Adonai.
O Adonai.
Keep us safe throughout the night.
Keep us safe throughout the
Till we wake
night.
with morning's light.
Till we wake with morning.
Teach us, God, wrong from right.
Teach us, God, wrong from right.
O Adonai.
Oh, Adonai.
Amen.
Amen. Amen. Amen. Amen.
And so with a little magic, we transformed this group of people who didn't know each other into a warm community for Shabbat. And when we go out there, we're going to each find a couple of people we don't know and introduce ourselves. That's how community is built, not by the rabbis or the cantor, but by all of you. And we're going to make sure that we watch our kids. And we're going to make sure that we create the warmth of community. And then all the magic in the world won't be necessary because we will have done it ourselves. And then truly it will be something to say amen to.
Amen. Ooh, amen. 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 Amen.
Shabbat Shalom to everyone. We will do Kiddush and Motzi out in the Noshery area. We have little gifts for all of the kids. Make sure to grab your gifts.